Hey, what's up? Well, you always seem to be tucked away in this little corner. Class is over. You can leave now. Are you sure you want to be left here? You know, they have sensors here for the lights. If you don't wave your arms every 15 minutes, they're gonna turn off on you. Yes, of course I know who you are. You're the kid that stays behind after the bells rung. Class is over. You can go. It's okay. Don't I have anything better to do? Let me think. No, not really. uh, bugging you isn't a spontaneous thing that I decided to do. Just so you know. No, I've actually thought about talking to you before in the past. Why today? I don't know. So I guess you were kind of right. This was kind of spontaneous, if you think about it like that. What made me want to talk to you? Well, every day when I get to class, I am one of the first people here. However, I look over to your little corner and I see that you're already here. And you're nose deep into the textbook and you're taking notes. Which usually I just play it off as you being a diligent student. Since the very beginning of the class. Of the semester, actually. You've just always been here on time, very poignant, and always studying. And I find that very commendable. I mean, I do the same, but once my friends walk in, I just start chatting with them. And I always quiet them down when I see that you're being annoyed, since I only sit like a seat in front of you. So obviously I try to be as respectful as you're, respectful for your studying practices. But then class would go on, and there'd be times where the professor would just let us, hang around and, talk with our groups, because it's a group discussion. And if you remember correctly, we are technically in the same group. You're supposed to be chatting with me and my friends who happen to sit nearby. And you never say anything. In the beginning, I tried to get you to join in our little discussions, ask me your opinion, if you knew anything about the subject. Most of our grade is based on these class discussions. And you never say anything. You only say a few words here and there, or just correct us on some misinformation, which, by the way, we're very thankful for. No, I don't think it's annoying when you do that. I think it's great and very helpful. But, compliments aside, you don't participate in our group discussions. I don't think we get off topic that much, if that's what you were worried about and why you don't discuss. I think we stay pretty on point. I mean, yeah, me and my friends do get sidetracked sometimes, but, we always manage to get right back into the conversation. Where am I going with this? Well, I'm not done yet. And then, when class would end, most people would hang around for a few minutes just to chat up, or just talk to the professor, or discuss the subject matter, and, people would be here for like an extra minute just dangling along, and you'd still wouldn't talk to anyone. You'd still just hang out in class, just reading the textbook and taking notes. I get that your marks are like the highest of anyone in here, but it's just weird. And I'm not the only one who thinks that, not to be rude or anything. So today I just thought I should have a conversation with you. Yes, I have managed to get a conversation in with everyone in this class. And no, you're not just a small little checkbox for me to just mark, being like, I've talked to everyone in this class. What do you think I am, that shallow? I just want to know why you don't talk to anyone. We've been to a few events together, believe it or not. I've seen you in the back. You know that one, meet and greet party for our department? You didn't talk to anyone. You just came in, took some food, chimed in when you had to, and then you just left. The party wasn't even over, you just dipped, and it wasn't even much of a party to begin with. It was just a meet to get to know the other people in our department. And when you left, other people were kind of confused because we were all having such a great time. And you seemed interesting. Even though you don't talk to anyone, people talk about you. You've made a name for yourself. Honestly. You could possibly run for head of the department committee. I mean, I can see it. I mean, people can read your papers they'd submit. Yes, I could read some. I know most people usually don't, but, with the very few times you chime in and all those times you talk during our discussions, even though they usually be like 2 sentences, they leave an impression on people. And so, we read your papers and we like them, so there's also that. I want to get to know you. I figured it'd be a lot better after class, because no one's gonna walk in on us, and it's the last class throughout the whole day. And I live on campus, so I don't need to get back to my place anytime soon. And I know you live in a separate building on campus too. People know you, even though you don't talk to people. Like I said, they talk about you. Not in a weird stalkerish way. I mean, yes, we think you're weird, but I don't want to think of you as weird. So I see you have a bit of a sense of humor. That's good. That's good. No, I don't need help studying. Have people used you in the past to get higher up academically? I don't know, it's the vibes, man, just the vibes. I mean, if something like that did happen, then yeah, I assume it'd suck horribly. I'm not gonna put that past you. Well, because that has happened to me before. Before I transferred here, I actually had a pretty tight-knit friend group. Turns out they were only friends with me because of my notes. They would always ask for them, and then if I had nothing to offer or no new notes, they wouldn't talk to me. They'd just ignore me. Then when it came to projects that I had to do, I'd be the one stuck with most of the work, and they made it seem like it was split evenly. Turns out making master lists and doing most of the research is not doing the work evenly. If you're just picking out slideshows on Canva, Yeah, so I know what that's like. And trust me, I'm doing fine. I don't need your help. But I'm glad that you offered it. Well, you didn't exactly offer it, but you know what I mean. Anyway, it's been raining outside for a while, and your building is on the opposite side of campus. On campus. Sorry, stutter. Do you have an umbrella? Is that another reason why you were staying by? Because you wanted to let the rain die out a bit? I hope you have the weather alert on your phone, because it's gonna be like this all day. Why did I bring this up? Well, it doesn't take an extremely observant person to realize that when you came into class, I saw you drenched. Yeah, people noticed. You look like you got out of the shower. I have an umbrella if you want to use it. I don't understand why you're studying so much. I mean, yes, the class is difficult and you do have to do your homework, but you've been doing this since day 1. What chapter are you even on in your notes? Chapter 15. You do realize we're on chapter 12, right? I get getting notes for, getting ahead and getting papers due extremely early, but pardon me, but this just seems a little bit excessive. I mean, I admire your due diligence. So, I mean, my building is a lot closer. We can hang out over there and continue this conversation. Well, it's not that I don't like this classroom. It's just, it's very, very big. And we're just 2 people. And I'd like to get to know you in a more intimate space. I just want to be friends. You seem like a good person, even though you don't talk much. Throughout your conversations, I just realized that, I don't know, you're probably really witty, and clearly you have a sense of humor. And I can hear your music through your headphones, and we apparently listen to a lot of the same music. Yes, I know that band. They're one of my favorites. Just hang out with me. Please. You will.